don't know if you all know this, but there used to be a preschool here at our church. Is there anyone who remembers when there used to be a preschool here at the church? You remember that? Did you go to the preschool? You think so? Christopher, you did? Anybody else here go to the preschool or have kids that went to the preschool? There's some of them out there. That building that used to have the preschool in it wasn't always a preschool. Before that, I'm told that people used to play volleyball in there. Does anybody remember that? Anybody play volleyball in the Helms Hall building? All right, we got some volleyball players here. And I might be skipping over a couple of uses, but way in the beginning, in 1929, when this congregation started, the sanctuary was that building. And there's weird pillars in there. If you've been in the preschool, you've seen them. They used to be the pillars on the side of the sanctuary. The building is called Helms Chapel originally, and it was a gift from church people to this brand new congregation, the Westwood Methodist Church, when it was starting. It's named Helms, partly in honor of a man named Elmsworth Helms, who was the pastor of Los Angeles First Methodist Church. His son was the owner of some bakeries that would later become prominent LA bakeries. Helms Bakery is still a thing. You can go have like fancy restaurants in the building that used to be the Helms Bakery. A furniture store. Things change, man. I was thinking about all of these different ways that we use the church building. When I was a kid, we used to sing a song that started with, "The church is not a building, the church is not a steeple, the church is not a resting place, the church is a people." And I think that's so true. Church is not really buildings, but sometimes churches have buildings, and we have to think about what we're doing with them, how we're using them. And this building, the one on the corner, was a gift to this community from people outside of it that wanted to see a church here in Westwood. And in 1929, there wasn't much here in Westwood. It's about when UCLA moved to the neighborhood, and there was lots of open land, and people thought there should be a church there. And so it was a gift to us. We used it as a place to worship, a place to play volleyball, a place to go to preschool. And now that Helms building is going to be the regular home of the Claremont School of Theology, which is a school for people older than preschool, like after college, and sometimes they're like 22-year-olds after college. But when I went to seminary, there were also like 70-year-olds going to seminary. There's no upper limit on who can go. But older than college, people who want to learn about how to talk and think about God, how to be human, how to live in connection with each other. And the Claremont School of Theology, I'm proud of because it's where I went to seminary, but it's also a school that's continued to change since I went there and has really invested in helping learn how to be faithful Christians in a community where not everyone is Christian, and there are different religions, and we learn side by side with people of other faiths, which I think is very cool. It's different from preschool, but not totally different lessons than you learn in preschool, right? How to be kind to each other, how to be human, how to live together. So, the Claremont School of Theology is moving in. It's been slow to get the renovations that need to happen done. The bathrooms were designed for preschoolers, and we decided to change them so they work for grown-ups. And it's taken a lot longer than anyone planned. We're almost there, and then we'll all be able to see the space. But I wanted you, children, to be a part of helping bless the school as they come to be here on our campus, because it's a continuation of what we've been doing all along from the very beginning, receiving the gift of this space, this place, and making sure that we use it for things that help us learn to love God and neighbor more and more.